Why do you think Kangen, in particular, this brand called Kangen, electrolytes reduce the water, can help our brain health? And why is it elemental?
Okay. A lot of you know there's Your Brain on Water, which is out there on the internet, which you can look at. But there's 3 key factors. And this is all documented by research. So we can go through all of the brain issues. Let's take psychological, emotional problems, autism, bipolar, anorexia, depression, all of these things. There is research behind them for each one of these factors that I'm going to describe. The first one is dehydration. If you do not have the right hydration, all of these things can be related in the brain. Any kind of brain dis-ease, any kind of brain mental dysfunction is going to have dehydration. That's why this water is so powerful, because it's not just water. It's water that fills the cells with hydration. And 100% of the time, per research in scientific journals, dehydration is a factor in every kind of mental, emotional, or brain problem. The next, number 2, is inflammation. Inflammation is very common, and all degenerative diseases are due to inflammation, or it's a key factor. And again, we've got the same things. Every brain disorder, every body problem is going to have inflammation. This water, by science, has been shown to reduce inflammation. Then the other third factor is antioxidant. So when you get that negative ORP, it becomes an antioxidation, which is very, very important, because we oxidate with all those things I told you. We oxidate with negative thoughts. We oxidate with poor foods. We oxidate with the kind of water. You know, I told you I was drinking well water. Well, it was positive pH, not pH, but positive ORP. And I thought, oh my goodness, I think I'm drinking the best water. And here it is causing more oxidation, and I'm needing the antioxidants. That was one of the biggest reasons why we jumped in and got this water. So basically it's the 3: dehydration, inflammation, and antioxidant.
So Dr. Ellen, tell us, how many people have you helped this many years with Kangen Water and your therapy?
I really have no idea.
You lost track,
I mean,
right?
it's hundreds, because we do work on the phone, we do work on, you know, email, internet, and we do home programs in the center. So over the years, it has been thousands and thousands. I don't know. I don't keep track.
I think more than thousands to me, because like from the information that we learn from you, we share it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's millions of people that you have helped. Now, by watching your YouTube video, okay, as I said, this is the first time that I get a chance to, you know, up close to do an interview with you. Autism, ADD, brain trauma, brain injury is one of the things that you highly talk about. Can you tell us in short why exactly? Let's talk about electrolytes reduce the water. Together with your special training program, why like autism and ADD and dementia, to many people out there, they believe that this is a disease that's not reversible. They believe that it's just going to get worse. Why does your program work, and why does in particular electrolytes reduce the water work, and why in particular the redox signaling supplement that you mentioned helps significantly in the whole process? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, again, all the cells are bathed in water. So I don't care how good your supplements are, how good your food is, how good your thinking is. If you do not have the negative ORP water, which has the voltage, which holds the voltage. I've had people use other kinds of alkaline reduced water. And by the time they got it home, they didn't have a machine, but by the time they got it home, the ORP was gone. And it doesn't hold it. So it's got to hold it. It's got to hold it to get into the cells. So all of these things, everything, what we're doing with our autism, what we're doing with our ADD, what we're doing with every kind of mental, emotional factor that's going on in the body and the brain, we are raising voltage. And we need a carrier to raise that voltage. So key to every single problem is the water. It's absolutely foundational. And that's why we're talking about this today. Because if we do not have the water and the right kind of water, we're sort of disabled. And let me tell you, I know what it's like to be disabled for the first time in my life. And it's not fun. And we're doing that to ourselves if we don't have the right kind of ORP in our water, and we don't have the right kind of water. You know, some of the waters, this is a high electrical field that goes into the water coming out of the tap, and then it splits it into the positive and the negative. And if we do not have the right kind of metal plates to make that charge occur, that metal will pour into the water. And I've actually had several clients that have been poisoned by metal, poisoned by some of the other so-called ionizers. That's why I am adamant about know your source, know your science, know what this is, because water isn't just water. And I'll go beyond that and say ionized water isn't just ionized water. And I defy anybody to get the kind of results we get with the brain with these other kind of ionized waters or alkaline water. It has to be very special, very low ORP, meaning in the 4, 5, 600s, even lower. And it has to be very pure water. It has to be very safe water. And this water has proven very, very, very safe. I must make a comment because some of you may come across this. Sometimes if you have, let's say you had a birth trauma, let's say you were premature, you were C-section, or you had a fall when you were young, or you've had a car accident, moving on up in life, you've had something to your head, opening the blood-brain barrier, and you don't really know it. You take the water and somebody gives you 9-5 water to start with, and you feel horrible. It's because your blood-brain barrier is open from a brain injury, and you're flushing out those toxins. It's too much at once. So you must start always at 8-5, and you must be careful because this is very, I'll call balancing. It causes your body to heal itself. And so you want that healing to go at the pace that your body can handle. So if you have trauma in your background, if you have physical trauma, emotional trauma, and even you don't know when you're sharing the water with people, you want to be careful. I just had an incident of that this week where we had a case where somebody, they felt pretty sick because they started at 8-5 and jumped to 9-5. You never jump, you toggle. An ounce of this, an ounce of that, ounce of the old, ounce of the new, ounce of the 8-5, ounce of the 9-0, and so forth. And we have protocols for that. That tells you how powerful this water is. But we want you to be aware that that's a very important thing in taking the water for especially your brain health.
Wow. Wow. Guys, I'm not sure about you. I took note. Okay. I took notes such that I can share with people. Okay. Make sure you do that. Now, Dr. Allen, one of the questions was actually left in the chat group, and want me to address is that now for people who have dementia, for people who have autism, people who have ADD, if now they're on Kangen water, what if one day they're taking off the Kangen water? How would that impact them? How would that affect them?
Like I alluded to earlier, well, let's just say I travel a lot. And if I drink bottled water, I never drink tap water, but if I drink bottled water, I'm going to have a positive ORP. And that's not good. I need a negative ORP. That's why I call you around the world to say, can I borrow some water? Actually, I'm not going to give it back. Can I have the water, please? So if you go off the water, you can actually have your oxidation build up, the inflammation is going to build up, and the dehydration is going to build up. very basic. It will happen. That's why you drink this for life.
Okay, guys, you heard this, okay? You should understand why this is so important. Thank you so much, Dr. Allen. And today I've learned a lot. And guys, this message is so important. I believe the world need to hear this. So please share this video out and actually create watch party in your own Facebook group. Whether they care about Kangen Water or they are Kangen Water drinker or whatever, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that this message from this wonderful doctor sitting right across from me, her knowledge needs to be heard. Her wisdom needs to be heard, because you don't know. You will be able to save someone, or we may be able to save someone today. You never know what's happening around. Right. Dr. Allen, before you go, one last nugget you want to share with people about brain health. What would you like to share with them?
We all have a brain, and we all need to give it the proper nutrition. And I gave you a lot of the keys here. The proper nutrition is water, number one, your food, your thoughts. I would say those three. Keep your thoughts positive. You know, we're told in scripture to be thankful in everything. And the reason why is because it changes the pH in our brain. And if we would obey that and listen to that, we would see a lot better things in our world. But I also want to remind you to always keep a glass of water next to you, and don't let it sit there, be drinking it. And it's absolutely, absolutely, absolutely the most important thing I have to say to you in our topic today is get your body weight in ounces. Your body weight in ounces. And what I find is that people, even people that have this wonderful, wonderful water, do not understand what they have in their hand. So get this message out to the people that you have already on this water, the people that you want to have help, and let them understand it's not just having this machine in your house. You have to drink this water. And you have to drink it all day long. And it's absolutely, it will change your life. You know, there's a saying, change your water, change your life. I want you to know that this water changed my life. And I want to see it change yours too. And I want to hear your stories.